Before we get started, a quick word from our sponsor, Community Financial's President CEO Tansley Stern podcast, Despite Impossible. Now on to the show. Studio Lounge interviews at Emerge, brought to you by Eltropy. So yeah, we are here with Kelsey Robinson from Coosa Valley Credit Union, just north of Atlanta.
Yes.
And how's the conference going so far? You enjoying yourself?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great. I really wanted to come last year, but wasn't able to, so I'm glad I could be here this year.
Any takeaways so far?
It's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot. I've been taking notes like crazy.
Yeah, me too.
So.
There's so many takeaways. Just great people on stage and just super experienced and super knowledgeable. So yeah, this is a really good one, as it is each and every year. But you are here talking to us about collections and how you guys are working with that and how Eltropy is helping you guys out. You want to give us a quick overview on how Eltropy is helping you guys out in that area?
Eltropy helps with collections in way more ways than we thought it would. I used Eltropy at the previous credit union I was at, and when I started at this credit union, we didn't have any sort of way to reach out besides just calling the members. So I mentioned it to my supervisor then, so we brought Eltropy in. I now have 5 collectors that use it, and then a bankruptcy specialist and a repo specialist. And the amount of people we get that respond to text messages versus answering their phone is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll call them 14 times and they don't answer, and then send them a text message and they're right there to respond.
Exactly. Something about texting.
Yes.
The urgency of it, yeah.
And we were paying a company to call on our lower past due accounts, and instead of that now, we work them in-house from 30 days up, and we have Eltropy sending automated text messages from 11 to 29 days to all of our members. Wow. So as soon as their loan hits 11 days, 19 days, and 29 days, they get an automated text message that guides them to our payment portal site.
Right. So what's the messaging in the text that you think prompts them? Or obviously a text is a text. So, but what's the messaging in there that that you think captures their attention?
Well, the automated text just is kind of a quick reminder, like, hey, don't forget this. And then here's another one. Hey, we texted you before. Here's another reminder to make your payment. Here's an easy link to get there. They don't respond to those texts, so we don't deal with a lot of those. It says not to respond in there. But then when we start working them, I actually created some text messages that my collectors can go in and select. We have ones that are, your account is now over 30 days past due. Your account is now over 60 days past due. We're going to be looking at making a decision on your account. Please contact me as soon as you're able.
That'll get a reaction.
It does. It does. If we have one that we're going to look at for repossession and they get that text message, they'll real quick to call back. And even the ones that won't answer the phone, they'll send us their debit card information in a link in the text message. I mean, it's all secure.
Is that secure?
It is.
Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah, they send us, we can send the link out to them. They send the stuff back to us, any documents that they need to see. I mean, it's super,
that's super convenient.
Helpful, yes.
Yeah, my God. Yeah, there's something about, I mean, again, the urgency of a text, but it's in writing as well. So I think that's kind of how I see it. I mean, I'm sure other people have different takes on it, but it's so cool that you guys are getting this response. So share with me what it was like before, because you talked about we can call these people all day long and they're not going to answer.
We also had a prepaid cell phone that I went and got initially that we would text our members with. It was very inconvenient, but I was trying to prove to them when I was trying to convince them to get Eltropy that the people would respond better. So they responded to some of that. We had to do it a certain way. It was very particular with our compliance department. But when I started to show them how often people would text us back versus answering the phone calls, it made a huge difference. Huge. When I first came to Coosa Valley, all of our collections was outsourced. So
third party,
all
they
of
would do it?
Every bit of it.
Okay.
Yes. So I came in actually as a retail admin assistant, and then switched to being a collector, and then was the collections manager, and we brought it all back in house. Yes.
Good for you guys.
Yeah, it's taken us a little bit. So now I'm the director of collections. We have it all inside. We do everything ourselves. It's all.
Well, and the other thing about collections too is that you can be proactive in this area and really kind of help people out who are in a challenging situation, right? So I think that's a big part of the texting too, because a lot of people, like you say, when you call them, they're not going to answer, so they get deeper and deeper and deeper into their situation with a text. And so responding so quickly, you can help them get out of that situation and get back on a firm financial footing.
Yes, we came out with a hardship assistance program to help out when everything started, kind of going downhill with the economy and such. We started seeing them struggling more.
Yeah.
So we were like, well, let's set something up that's going to help them. We did that, and we offered that to them via text message as well. Hey, we see, you've missed a couple of payments.
Yeah.
We don't see that was done in the past.
Yeah.
We have a hardship assistance program
can
we
we
can
help you?
offer you if you can give us a call or text us back. And I can do all of it. My collectors can do all of it through text. They can DocuSign the documents over to them. They can get everything worked out. Where does this need to go? What's your reasoning for this? They can get everything done without talking to them on the phone at all.
Okay, that brings me to kind of part two, or the other side of the coin of this conversation. We're talking about how beneficial this stuff is for members, but share with me the staff, how beneficial it is for the staff, because it sounds like it's just so much more efficient, and the feedback that they're getting is so much more positive.
Well, even where we live, I kind of live in a smaller town. It's not a super big place. I mean, we're about an hour north of Atlanta, but we're nothing like Atlanta. It's a lot smaller. So a lot of our people still come to the credit union for that personable experience. Obviously, collectors we don't see people face to face. So the generation that is falling past due in their loans the majority of the time is the generation that relies on texting. So my collectors, they look at birth dates sometimes to see whether they need to call first or if they need to just shoot a text out, because trying to get some of the younger generations to answer the phone is a lot more difficult than someone who wants to have that conversation. That's from the older generation of I'll answer the phone and talk to you, and I still have a home phone number. But they absolutely love it. I mean, I have one collector that her cure rate percentage for collections is probably better than some of the other collectors that call more, and she texts more than she does call.
Really?
Yeah, they'll make double the amount of calls as her, but she'll send a ton of text messages out.
And as long as you're getting the results, my gosh, whatever channel is working for that particular member, as long as you're getting the results and getting them help.
Correct.
So that's the big message. So good stuff. All right, so what's on the horizon with this type of stuff? I mean, where do you see it going, or any plans that you can share?
Well, our marketing department is just about to start using Eltropy for some of the things that they offer and do as well. We're going to start putting QR codes within the branches and such.
Nice. Okay.
They've gotten it, hooked in with Meridian Link and such. So there's a lot of different paths that they're going down. I brought it in, and we started with collections. Even before it was fully integrated, we were going ahead and doing it as manually as we could, just so we could use it.
Yeah.
And then once all that happened, they've started okay, well, let's reach out to marketing. Let's reach out to our
How
loan
else
department.
can we use this? Yeah.
Yes.
So good. Look what you started, Kelsey.
I love it. I love it.
Good for
I do.
you.
I think it's wonderful.
Good stuff. Well, anything else here to add to kind of wrap up? I know you want to get back in there and start taking some more notes and stuff, because there's a great panel, an AI panel on the stage right now, so I don't want to keep you too long. But anything else to add here before I let you go?
I don't think so. I would recommend Eltropy to pretty much anybody. I went to a conference with Triverity last year, and there were people that were asking a lot of questions about different people to use for texting, and there were a ton of credit unions that had no idea you could even use a platform to text members. And I was like, oh my gosh, y'all don't even know what you're missing out on. So let me tell you about this. I just want them to be able to use it and have the success that we do.
I think Eltropy is going to hire you to be their next salesperson.
I don't know about that, but
that's a great story. Great story. Well, nothing better than positive user feedback, and word of mouth is the best kind of advertising, as we all know. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with us for a few minutes to share how well Eltropy is helping you guys in the collections area. So yeah, and ultimately it's really helping out the members. So that's the big message, I think. So
yeah, absolutely.
Good stuff. All right, Kelsey. Well, you're off the hot seat. Thank you so much, and keep up the good work there at Coosa Valley.
Thank you.
Well done.
Studio Lounge interviews at Emerge, brought to you by Eltropy. A quick word from our sponsor, Community Financial's President CEO Tansley Stern's new podcast, Despite Impossible.